Welcome back to the Broad Street Benchwarmers podcast. My name is Adam Dan, and Michael Cormelos and Ethan Lividitis here with me for I think the first time in a year. Just here to give some general predictions across the entire NFL for these teams and dig into what we like, what we don't like, and we're gonna cover it all. So, yeah, everybody excited?
Oh yeah. It's my favorite time of year.
Oh, yeah. It really is. Just breathe all the content.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a two-part, but we have a lot to say.
Yeah. Well,
I've had a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna let out all I've had to say for the past year, and
exactly.
You're gonna give us your Super Bowl predictions, your college football playoff predictions.
Yeah, why not? NBA playoff predictions? All right.
Where should we start?
We start with a division that nobody cares about.
East.
The AFC East?
Yeah.
Oh, are we not starting in the AFC East? I care about the AFC East.
Well, AFC East
I care about all the
fine.
divisions.
I didn't want it to be AFC South or NFC East because I'd rather push those.
Yeah, that would be bad. I agree.
It's a one-team division, respectfully.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Jaguars are obviously the top dog in this division. They're great. Trevor Lawrence is awesome. We'll get into that in a minute. Second place, I have the Texans going 6-11, and then tied for third, I have the Titans and Colts, obviously going 5-12.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not far off. I have Jacksonville going 10-7, and I think every other team going 5-12. I really, really, really wanted to give Houston 6 wins, but I feel like once they use their cap to really bolster the team and get established veterans in there, they're still a ways away. They're pretty much in the Bears are what the Texans could be next year as far as a roster construction.
Yeah.
I really like some of the players on the team, but it's a ton of rookies. So that is what it is.
Okay. So I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 10-7. I have the Tennessee Titans at 6-11. I have the Houston Texans at 5-12, and I have the Indianapolis Colts at 5-12. Texans finished with a tiebreaker over Indianapolis.
All right.
Yeah.
Start with Jacksonville. Nothing much to say.
Yeah.
It's a great team. It only got better.
I think we can say stuff. I think we can say things about Jacksonville.
Calvin Ridley.
I love
Calvin Ridley just makes the offense so much better.
Yeah.
It's just so dynamic, man. I mean, you think about what they did last year, and they didn't have a true number one.
Yeah.
Who could just straight up throw man coverage and just destroy dudes. And think about Trevor Lawrence with that. It makes me giddy.
It's gonna be fun.
So excited. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is going to be a dog.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be brilliant to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm
Especially
incredibly excited for that.
Season.
Defense. Yeah, especially. And defense is so young, they're just going to get better. Trayvon Walker is going to be better. The secondary is going to be better. They will definitely. Kavon, Jason, Devin Lloyd, these are all dudes that, should show improvement.
We gave up on Kavon Jason last year. Kavon Jason was awful.
We did?
So bad. No, he's
still
terrible.
Gonna start, man. Give him a
That's
shot.
Bad. That's terrible. We have a shot for 3 years.
We'll see. They're 30th in pass defense DVOA. He's probably a large part of that.
They'll probably be above average because they're facing the rest of the division. I guess I'll be 8. No, that would be 6 games. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
Has 3 times 2 these days.
yeah, and I like the offense a lot. ETN somehow good at football again. Evan Ingram, and as much as we clowned the Christian Kirk contract, he was really good last year.
He was very good last year. He was a wide receiver 1 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I would prefer if he's the 1B to Calvin Ridley, but I think Ridley's talented enough to just take the reins as number 1. But I'm fine either way.
But we'll see. He hasn't played. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing we were just talking about with Watson. So.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. He looks good in camp, but not real football.
Camp, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Should we move on
We should.
to the Texans?
I wish I could have him in a Carolina-like situation, but
I do too.
they're a year or 2 away. Like, it is what
I love
it
the
is.
defense, like I told you. Love the defense. Love the secondary.
Love a lot of players on the team, but
Love defensive line is fun. Like, you got good edges. Jerry Hughes is somehow still doing this at like 200 years old, and
It's been awesome.
you add Anderson in there. Like,
Yeah.
the interior's not bad.
Awesome secondary.
It just the offense is.
It's such a question mark. I mean, it's a good O-line, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like,
In
it's a good
pieces.
O-line when Titus Howard comes back. I like Tunzel. I think Kenyon Green gets better because players develop after their rookie year. Believe it or not, center is going to be something. I mean,
seems
Juice
like they're giving
Scruggs.
Juice Scruggs, the keys, which is he was like a late 2nd round, early 3rd round pick. So.
Hey man, I got to watch him play. He
Yeah.
definitely snapped them balls at the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I love the Shaq Mason. Shaq Mason signing was awesome. So I think our run game should be good. I mean, Damian Pierce.
Prove a deal.
Damian Pierce was a dog last year. He will be a dog again. Adam's going to bring up DVOA, even though he doesn't know what that means.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Singletary, is going to be one of the better running back, RB2s in the league next year, or this year, I guess. It never really worked out in Buffalo. It was an awful system for him to be in, but I think he'll be one of the better running back twos in football. Wide receiver.
I just don't like him, man. I don't like him. I do not like him.
Why?
Why don't I like Devin Singletary?
Yeah.
His just yards after contact is just horrible. Like, he gets hit and he cannot move.
Which is why he's a running back too.
2 yards after contact. Like,
so he's a running back too for a reason.
There's no reason to feel
I can't do it.
Like they'll be serviceable. And that's what they didn't give him like a
$3 million contract. Like
yeah.
Isn't
that what Zeke got?
Yeah, like they'll be fine. I like the receivers in theory, but in execution, I am very skeptical.
Do you like?
I like John Mechie. I like Tank Dell, but that's like in a vacuum. Because when I like in comparison to 31 other receiving cores, I'm like, oh god, like
it's the worst receiving core in the league. I think
it just is.
Don't compare us to Tennessee, man. Who does Tennessee have?
Tennessee has Traylon Burks.
What did Traylon Burks do last year?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh yeah, DeAndre Hopkins.
And I know he's a
Texans legend.
Still. Yeah.
But
I forgot about DeAndre Hopkins. I agree with you, Ethan. I mean, the receiving core in theory is like whatever. It's just
it could be
such
good.
a weird. It's just like a revolving door of average.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's a revolving door.
I don't know that it's average. I think if it was average, it would be an average receiving core. I think they're young and they're maybe guys who show out.
Around this whole podcast.
Yeah,
but
they have.
I think.
Yeah, I'd say Mechie is like a 3 on a good day on a playoff team. Tank Dell is like a
play enough to know, but
gadget guy.
I haven't seen him play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to see him play. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Robert
don't know.
Woods
I don't never see Tank Dell
exists.
play.
He was good.
He was good in
Robert Woods
the preseason game.
was good at a point. Like he's like 100 years old as well. Like, you know.
I mean, revolving door of average. Nico Collins, Robert Woods, Noah Brown, Tank Dell, John Mechie, Steven Sims,
I
Adam
haven't seen
Humphries.
Nico
Like,
Collins play that much either. Nico Collins
he
how
had
many
to
games
play.
did he play last
That's
year?
the whole point.
yeah, he had to
Yeah.
play, and he played with Davis Mills and Jeff Driscoll. Like, the two
just
QB
like-
offense. Like,
I love Dalton Schultz.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was a good
stressed out.
signing.
Dalton
Really good
Schultz,
signing.
awesome signing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Top 10 tight end in the league.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Plays for the Texans.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, it's just like, it's
Man,
weird.
Like, and Stroud's a rookie. Like, you're gonna have to, watch that develop. And I know
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
turn
ready for
around
it.
and harp on Carolina, like
Yep.
a couple days from now. But it's a process. And
Yeah.
I think when he's not in a situation like, I mean, I'm not going to say like Stroud isn't in Carolina because Stroud's going to be running for his life too. But, Stroud has people to throw. I mean, Young has people to throw to. And,
Was he loud?
Mm.
Like
I'd rather have Chark and Thielen and Miles Sanders than this. Like,
Like, I
Damon Pierce doesn't
guess.
catch the ball.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, they're like, I'd say a good amount better than the Texans, but I'm not saying like Bryce Young hasn't made. It's a lock. NFC South champs, which
No.
I think I have them winning division anyways. But but yeah, I think it's just because the division's just terrible. But that's besides the point. We'll get there. But
Keep
yeah,
sleeping.
yeah. And in times like these, you wish you had your first round pick so you could get Marvin Harrison Jr. But I digress.
Marvin
You
Harrison
can
wouldn't
get, you can get a Ibuka or like Rome Avenze with your Browns pick. Have
Xavier
fun.
Worthy.
Yeah, like
All
you
right.
theoretically have the draft capital and the cap space to get a. Well, you could throw money at T. Higgins. I don't know. I didn't. That's a suggestion. I know you
Throw
like.
money at anybody.
Yeah, yeah. I know you like Clemson for. Yeah.
Another Clemson legend to
Yeah,
watch.
Clemson receivers have been pretty good on your team.
Clemson players have just been really good on the team.
Yeah.
It doesn't always end well, but
yeah,
they were good.
It didn't work out either time in the end. But it's just whatever. I think the Texans will show flashes, and that's about the most you'll get.
It's good enough. It's good enough compared to where it was last year.
Yeah. The Titans are just crashing and burning, which is a completely different situation. Like their window,
so are the Titans.
Their window just shut immediately because Brian Tannehill's. I guess it's not like crazy injury history, but his injury history as of late, mixed with just underperforming and not having the infrastructure around him to succeed as a quarterback, because like you had Austin Hooper for a second. Now I think it's like Okonkwo.
Yep.
And at running back, you have Derrick Henry. He'll get like 300 carries. He'll rush for
I'm like poor Derrick Henry. Like he had almost 1,600 yards last year. He had 13 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And like he's surrounded by.
It's fine in totality, but I am not personally buying the D Hop hype. Like he'll probably be pretty good, but I don't think he's.
Tennessee is a haven.
Yeah.
What I'll say.
Wide receivers go and die, and burn in hell.
This is true.
What I'll say, we're gonna bury them, and I agree with it. Yeah. I like the Skoronski pick, and I like that they added Dillard in free agency. And so I think they are a better offensive line. I will say
that's not saying anything.
And I think their defense
has
is
pieces.
very tough and
Yeah.
very well coached. And
Yeah.
I think that in and of itself can win football games. And they were also one of the least healthy defenses of any last season. And they will
Yeah.
get Harold Landry back.
And Byard probably got hurt.
Yep.
Jeffrey Simmons
But-
probably got hurt.
Jeffrey Simmons. My
My
thing is, yep, what the other flip side of that, what stops that from happening again? Because all of these are
Yeah.
guys who have gotten injured within multiple times in the past 3 years.
Yeah. Like best
it's
case
just
scenario,
average.
they could win 8 games, but that's like a. But again, the Texans can also make the Super Bowl. So
I
like-
mean, for me, it's just like, ugh, like this.
Yeah.
They're bad. Like
Yeah,
they're
right.
horrible. Like I look at the offense, and like it's just always going to go back to the one spot for me where it's going to be all year. Their quarterback room is so bad.
it is. It's
Between
the-
Tannehill has noodles for legs. Malik Willis, we don't even know what it is. And Will Levis
we were
sucks.
very wrong about Malik Willis, and we collectively, Will Levis, not good. So,
I'm like, sorry, like for lack of a better word, their quarterback room is a revolving door of shit.
yeah,
they're
it's really
bad.
bad. I statistically hope they give Will Levis like legit like playing time in real games, just for the
Me
meme,
too.
But
Yeah, just for the jokes because he's
It just-
awful.
but
He
I feel like
sucks.
They
It's a
lose Arthur
terrible
Smith,
football
and it's been
player.
this way.
yeah.
What?
Like they lose the creativity of Arthur Smith. No, offensive line is the same.
Yeah, and then
It's
it's
just what it
right.
is. Like
It just got worse. Like Ryan Tannehill just hit the
Yeah.
regression train. I mean,
Yeah.
one-way ticket to
Yeah.
It is what it
Cancun
is.
for him.
Yeah.
God, I mean, Malik
Yeah.
Willis, like, it's
What
just a
happens?
question mark.
We're like
He's-
in the right
he's not bad,
situation. That was not the right situation at all. That was like one of the worst possible situations for him, actually.
And then Will
But,
Levis is just like on
Will
just
Joe
don't
Levis,
know.
level.
he's the same. He's just Malik Willis, but of a lighter.
I mean, he's on the
complexion.
tier of Malik. He's on the tier of Mac Jones for me in the A tier. Just why the hell was he even considered a first-round pick?
I mean,
saw
every
it
thankfully-
building
young
man.
quarterback is built around their situation. Every young
Yeah.
quarterback is built around their situation. So
Yeah.
if Will Levis goes to, I don't know, the 49ers tomorrow, I think we're talking a completely different story.
Yeah.
It's just, you know,
Yeah, I could go to
it
the
is what it
49ers
is.
tomorrow
Like,
and be
the
good.
situation.
I could go to the
Yeah.
49ers tomorrow and have 4,000.
Well, that's why Brock Purdy is suddenly an elite quarterback. So, you know. Yeah, it's
Alright,
a
should we talk
consistent
about-
quarterback. Yeah, it's whatever.
Should we talk
I
about
would-
the weirdest team in the division?
The
Colts?
who I like some parts of them. Like I love Anthony Richardson, but he is in a not good situation at all. Like Michael Pittman is good-ish, but he's not a number one on a good team. Got like Alec Pierce, Josh Downs. I like. He was like a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah.
But the elephant in the room is the lack of your best offensive weapon and/or player on the entire team.
Yeah.
He's back.
Jonathan
He's
Taylor.
back
Yeah,
practicing now.
who would be what the entire offense runs through, but you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely.
He'll be back. He's back practicing.
Yeah,
Like I just, with the current running back market, as horrible as Jim Irsay is, as horrible as that organization is, I don't know what better option he has, unless the Dolphins are going to just throw something.
yeah. which,
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Anthony Richardson is such a question mark to like how this team could perform.
yeah. Like if
It's like if Anthony
he's,
Richardson-
if he's good,
Yeah.
he's amazing. But
If he's
it
good,
could
this
also
team can win
be-
8-9
it could
games.
also
But if
go-
anybody's going to do it, it's Steichen.
yeah,
If anybody's
you
going to
already
do it, it's
know.
Steichen. Like,
Well, like, I don't
we
expect him.
know. We know
I
what
don't
he brings
expect
to
him
the
to be
flavor.
good. I don't expect him to be good off the bat because
Yeah. Because he just
Yeah.
doesn't have a good receiving core, or the offensive line.
I don't think it's
kinda
because
isn't all
it's
that
a bad
anymore.
receiving.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he has a bad receiving core. I just think it's because he's underdeveloped.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's him.
yeah,
And
you didn't draft him thinking he'll be Bryce Young, like day one starter,
Yeah.
good quarterback.
Yeah, but like,
But if that offensive line has to get better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like it should.
They're so talented. There's no way they can be as bad as they were last year. No way.
Yeah. Like Quentin Nelson was a first team All-Pro the first like 6 years of his career, and now he's like regular good. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Ryan Kelly,
Braden
weirdest
Scott,
fall off.
Lyman, who is like the Anthony Richardson of offensive tackles. But like defense is fun. It was really good when they were winning games for a reason. I like Kenny Moore. I like Shaq Leonard. I think Kwity Paye could develop. DeForest Buckner's still great. Yeah, their secondary is like sneaky.
Their secondary is rock thin.
It's like
no, man.
It's like fine. Who did they got?
No,
they don't have anybody.
Yeah, like
right now their two starting corners are Kenny Moore, and then it's Juju Brents.
And
Juju Brents has Penrez, so I'm going crazy. But
Kenny Moore was bad last year.
He was.
Bad. Yeah.
Juju Brents has one career tackle. No, never mind. He's never played an NFL game before.
Well, yeah, he's a rookie. That's like the whole point. Yeah.
Well, no, I saw stats, but they were the preseason stats.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of like the Texans, and then they're a ways away, but they also have a ton of veterans, so it kind of is a bad situation to be in as a franchise. But oh well, like
it's weird.
I do not feel bad for a team run by Jim Irsay, but the fans, I guess, have bbeen through it with Andrew Luck, and it feels like this. We've seen this story before, but I don't know, because Anthony Richardson is like a fantastic prototype. I was gonna say perfect, but he's not. I mean, if you go by relative athletic score, he's perfect. Blah blah blah. But he has a cannon. He's a very good runner, but the accuracy is the big thing that we're banking on to improve.
Yeah, but also
competent,
just
gotta give it time.
Competent coaching, and not Nimrods that are running the University of Florida football program right now.
Yeah,
actual coaching will help.
Yeah, if they just have an Eagles light playbook, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him run. Let him cook. Let him run the ball.